This is the Crystal Isle, about 20 years old in real life, and 35 years old for the equivalent, because of what it's made of. My guess, you know. And this was the ship, one of several belonging to the historic Diamond Cruise Line fleet, and she is being retired as of this year, 2021. And here you can see some of the interior as it was at the time of, you know, things changing as they have. That is print by Charles E. Burchfield on the inside wall. And this is the sort of dance lounge. Originally this was a center for a couple of spas located along in there, and then it was converted into this club later on. And as you can kind of figure, the dominant color on the diamond ships were purple here and there, purples and blues and some greens, and so you're seeing that here. This is the inside of the main dining room, if you will, salon, and on the back wall here is a print by Paul Thomas Hannover of Niagara Falls, one of his absolutely beautiful works. And seeing the rest of this room has actually a very 1980s vibe to it, with the floor being and the walls having a sort of pastel-y look. This room was painted at a time when I didn't have acrylics to work with or other things yet, and I had just your basic Crayola paints. So this is about as purple as it was going to get with that kind of paint. But it was extensively decorated, and the stairwell exists on the middle like that, and the bar and the tables and things were modified later on. It was only refitted once, and but originally that was all purple there. Too much purple though. Had to try to break it up at that point. There's some purple flashy kind of ribbon along the sides there, I should say, and of course the Christmas lights were installed as they usually are on ships like this. This is a skylight view looking down. And view of the bar again. The ship used to have only one funnel. It was rebuilt with two twins on the back here, which I can reveal more with some light in the room here. And of course, cereal bowl lifeboats. You know, some of them being recycled and reused over many years on a number of ships over the years. The Layland parent company logo on the tops of these ones, with the mast head as you see it, the core of which is actually a Roman candle, cardboard Roman candle, one-time use, but those things proved to be great masts, because you could also stick flags along the tops of the mast. As you can kind of see there, it's got radar equipment, and actually the Doppler radar unit, if you will, right here, was a paint tube, a Crayola paint tube, turned upside down and reinstalled like this to produce the Doppler unit. And further up front, we see this overhanging deck, and originally it didn't have this. This deck was put on later to kind of balance out the profile a little better of the ship overall, and the stairway was extended and moved down the stairway down the front with an extra radar thing right there. And originally it was built without this deck, but the deck was put on because of my fascination with the Great Lakes and Hudson River boats and coasters on the East Coast, those sorts of ships. West Coast had these sorts of decks too that went all the way up to the front, etc. So I always liked the Hudson River Dayline, for example, so this ship was modified to look more like that. And since then, the Diamond Cruise Line identification has changed. The funnels have changed. It's all deep purple now on the funnels and also on the hull here, where you see the overhanging sponsons, the overhanging decks like this. That's all deep purple now, and the lines on the side is actually one silver and one deep purple line. The purple on this is more like a magenta, and when the diamond ships were first redone, from being hand painted, kind of rough looking, really, this is the first brand, or rebranding, if you will, and the newer diamond ships are much more sophisticated looking, I think. Certainly the logo has changed and gotten better since then, as you can see my crude sort of drawing from many years ago. But hey, you know, it's all in good fun, and I did like the ship quite a lot, although the face of it appeared to some people to have a kind of angry profile on it, just because of the way the windows and the bridge were formed. And you can also tell the front of it here. Of course, with the private veranda cabins down here. Yeah, due to current conditions and so forth, the Diamond Cruise Line fleet, like other fleets, are disposing some of their extra, ships. So this is one of those pieces that's not really fulfilling the requirements that a lot of my collection demands now. So probably going to retire this, and it will be probably taken apart, as happens sometimes. So this is the Crystal Isle, and so yeah, hope you've enjoyed.